Welcome back. This is another interview we are doing to the authors of the book The Mind of the World Philosophic Day 2019, sponsored by the Malaysian branch of the World Philosophical Forum. Today here with us is Dr. Engineer in Technologies Talib. Welcome and thank you for accepting this interview. We are going to talk about...
Thank you.
No, thanks to you. So we are here to talk about the paper he has written called Ethical-Minded Engineers and Technologists are the catalyst to transform the nation into a fully developed country with highly civilized society, right?
Yes.
So this paper is part of the book The Mind of the World Philosophic Day, and we're going to ask him some few questions about it. So just for the record, because this looks a really interesting topic,
Yes.
and for those who have not read yet this paper, just give us a brief summary of what it's all about.
Okay, my paper is focused on ethics of engineers and technologies that has an impact to the civilization of human. Okay, so I mean because of engineers and technologies, they are involved almost in the almost all aspect of life of human. Anything that produced by engineers and technologies has impact to the civilization of humans. That's why I need to talk about this, because this one is a very important in order for any society to be fully developed, to be fully civilized, and in order to achieve the status of developed country, fully developed country. Because we talk about developing a country, but we don't have the, what I call it, the field or the aspect that we focus on in order for to improve the environment of the nation. In order to improve the environment of the nation, you need to have values in the human itself. Otherwise, no point. Because only the human can develop themselves. We cannot expect the God. We cannot expect the environment itself. The human themselves have to develop themselves. That is what we need to have ethics of mind in the people, in the citizen. Not only engineers, not only technologists, but we need to have for every citizen. But engineers and technologists, they contribute mainly in the product for the human civilization.
When I read your paper, I had a feeling that you focus this paper on the corruption
Yes.
as one of the weakness of engineers and technologies in order to, because of course with the corruptions they accept bribery,
Yes.
and don't deliver a high quality product,
Yes.
right? So how is this linked to the title of the paper, that the engineers and technologists are the catalyst for the evolution of our society?
Yes, very good question. Actually, when we talk about bribery, we talk about corruption. This is what mainly occurs in the developing country, not developed country. Because developed country, they already develop the values that are required to be a developed country. In developing country, the people still have low values in terms of civilized attitude towards having ethical practice. When they appoint vendors or contractors, they appoint based on the credibility of the vendors and contractors. They don't appoint because of the contractors or vendors is their relative. The contractors or vendors because they have bribed them, or they have some relationship inside the new vendors that are going to be appointed. So this is what we want. We stress on the corruption, because the corruption is the main criteria now, the main problem now in the developing country, because they are still very poor in terms of income. Okay, that's why they want to have some side income. Although that doesn't matter whether it's legal or not legal. They want to have they want to improve their economy, but in the wrong way, in an illegal way, which is not right. They have to do it ethically, like those from the developed country. So we have developed country from Europe, we have developed country from Japan, and then we have developed country from American continent. But they improve the economy not by illegal way. They improve the economy by having ethical practices in their activities, in their business activities. This is what we need in order to be a developed country. That's why corruption is totally damaging to the developing country. They have to scrap all this. They have to eliminate. They have to zero down or minimize this corruption in order they want to be fully developed countries.
And of course, this arises from ethics, of course. That's
Yeah.
the main source of this way to reduce corruption.
Yes.
And now you've said in your paper that if technologically advanced utilities are to be installed in Malaysia or any other developing countries, they could possibly last only for a very short period of time, as the vandalism level in Malaysia or any other developing country are very high. So when I read this, that is, I understand that it's not about what engineers or technology can do, but it's about the citizenship of the inhabitants of the country. It's about the education.
Yes.
So, based on the context of the paper, how should the engineers and technologists are the catalysts, understanding that it doesn't matter how quality of the product they deliver or how advanced of the product they deliver, it's a matter of the people that use the technology.
No, when we talk about vandalism, this is all regarding vandalism. When I talk about vandalism in my papers, I mean that the values of people is still very low. That's why they tend to commit vandalism, which is I think is very rarely happen in the developed country. Because vandalism is due to the low values, low moral of the people. So this is the problem, mostly due the cause of the vandalism. And the factor is not only the people, it is the politician, the government, the administrator, the managers, okay? All they have to be involved in rectifying this problem. Okay, because vandalism is due to the bad heart, very due to the low moral. So it is not related to technology at all. It is only a value of life. So the school need to be revamped their curriculum so that they have to revise something they have to add up in their curriculum so that the people, the citizen, they are educated from the child to the adult level, that the good values and the civilized manners need to be inculcated in their education.
So the core fundamental here is that, of course, engineers and technologists are part of this civilization.
Yes.
And if the civilization has low ethics, low moral, then so are they, the engineers and technologists that are born into that civilization. I agree.
The engineers and technologists, they produce a lot of product which give impact to the standard of living of the citizen, of the society. But the government who manage the country, they have main responsibility to make sure that these engineers and this technology have good ethics. So how? They need to revamp, they need to revise, they need to look into the curriculum of the engineers in the universities, in the college, so that they will be educated to be a good citizen. A very good, a very moral, high moral citizen.
And one question, now that we are talking about technology, I realize, this is a personal thinking, that in the western side of the world, technology is produced based on comfort. Comfort is what made an entrepreneur or the companies to improve or develop new technology. That's my impression. What do you say is the core fundamental of the Asian continent or the Asian countries to develop technology?
Actually, the Asian is still below the Western countries in terms of technology development, in terms of economic development. But I think later on, Asian countries will overtake the Western countries in terms of technology development, in terms of economy. But this involves a lot of development of the attitudes, problem of ethics among the citizens of Asia. Not all Asian countries are still underdeveloped, but there are countries like Singapore, like Taiwan, like Japan, Korea, they already developed. Okay, so we cannot say that ASEAN countries not developed. ASEAN countries also got developed countries. Okay, so all these countries, they have shown their people have gained the values that required to be a developed country. The moral values is very important for that people to be a developed country, because this moral value will change their mind towards how to get things done, how to get the highest quality possible in their activities. So when they got the highest quality with the ethical manner, then they can improve the economy of the company they work with, and they also can improve the economy of the nations. Okay, that is the only way in order to be a fully developed countries. For example, in the Europe countries, in the Western countries, they focus more on the comfortability. The comfortability, when we increase the comfortability in the product, definitely the price of the product will be increased. Then this will not suitable for the low-income countries like those in Asia. Most Asia countries are still under low-income countries as compared to the West. That's why they need to purchase those low-cost products. So that's why the Western technology is more expensive compared to the Asian technologies. So there are pros and cons. But in order to be a fully developed countries with high civilized citizens, we need to produce low-income product with user-friendly, with ergonomic criteria, so that we serve both for the low income and also for the people who want to use the product comfortably.
So, thank you, Doctor, for being here with us, and to all who are watching this interview, I invite you to read the book The Mind of the World Philosophy Day 2019. This is a really interesting book, which is a compilation of papers of many thinkers worldwide, and here's one with us. So thank you, Doctor, for being here with us, and keep in touch with the activities of the Malaysian branch of the World Philosophy Conference.
Okay, thank you.